Hey folks, welcome back into CIO Insight here on the PulseNetwork.com. I am Tyler Pybert. Time to get to the guests. Yes, we have some very good guests, solid guests to say the least, lined up for today's show. And one of them comes by way of Keynote Systems. We welcome to the show Vic Chaudhary. He is the Vice President of Product Management and Corporate Development. A nice title there over at Keynote Systems. So Vic, welcome into the show. How are you?
Thank you. Good.
And so, Vic, for the folks out there that are unaware of exactly what Keynote Systems is, kind of explain it, break it down for me just a little bit.
Sure. What we do is we monitor the cloud. And what that means is that if you're an enterprise and you've got any kind of web or mobile web initiative, your corporate website, web applications, your internal applications, or third-party web services that you use to run your website, we monitor all of that. We make sure it's up, it's running, it's fast, and ultimately the end user experience is really good. That's what we do.
Yeah, so there's monitoring the cloud, but I think even if we took a step back in terms of a lot of people in the enterprise looking at their data centers, considering moving those data centers to a cloud, basically, why should you do that?
That's a great question, and there's a very, very simple answer to that. Most enterprises that are looking at the cloud and they want to be able to move the data centers to the cloud do it for two reasons. One is cost, and the other is to improve the user experience.
I'm going to move my data center to the cloud. What does it take to do that?
All right. So in order to do that, you really have to start off with what's the goal? For Bechtel, it is all about creating a Google-like experience. It takes, if you contact your help desk and you want an email account set up, well, it could take about a day or half a day. But on Google Gmail, you could set up an account for your enterprise user within a minute. Just depends how fast you can click. So you start off by actually making sure that your experience is like Google's. That's one. The next thing that you want to do is look at your infrastructure and then your applications, because that's really what it takes to move your entire data center to the cloud. For infrastructure, that's the easy part. If you go on to the next slide that I have over here, you'll see that moving your infrastructure to the cloud, Bechtel took their 14 data centers, they moved them down to 7. It's all about power and pipe, better data management. They took 30,000 square feet of usage and moved that to 2,000 square feet. They took their servers and they virtualized them so that they could move up to 70% utilization. That's all about operating efficiency of the infrastructure. But the big challenges come when you move applications. And applications are a whole new beast. They're nothing like infrastructure. You have to think about system software, owning that software versus software in the cloud. You have to think about things like heavy versus light user transactions. It really is a big, big change there.
Hey Vic, honestly, thank you so much for taking time out of the day to jump on the show with us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. It's good being here.